Okay, welcome to Daily 3D Revolve. Today I'm going to be doing a Design Spark mechanical tutorial, and I'm going to be creating a small tabletop sound machine or noise machine. Obviously this isn't going to work, but it's more for demonstration purposes. These are little machines that you plug in and you turn on at night, and they kind of create this staticky noise kind of to help you sleep. But this is going to be a good tutorial for showing you how to put buttons on curved surfaces. And then we're going to take this into Rhino. We're going to add some textures to it. So, okay, we'll come up here. We're going to create new. I'm not making this any specific size. It's just for showing you guys how to create it. So we're going to create the base of this object to revolve. So we're going to come out here. It's kind of goes like this, and then there's an inset for a speaker to go in there. It kind of comes like, actually, let's select the click off. Let's put a 3-point arch in there. We're going to curve this. Turn off the snaps. Come over there and click. Turn off the snaps. I just want this to be kind of subtle right there. Okay, so this is the top part of it, and then inside of here is where the speaker goes. So we're going to get our line tool. Now we're going to create this shape down here like this. And then we're going to come over. And we're going to select the click off. We're going to put a 3-point arch in there, right here. This is going to be round, little round. I don't want it to be this round. Let's go like that. All right. Okay, so this is going to be the bottom of this noise machine, and then we're just going to create a straight across line here. Then we're going to come from the top here, from endpoint, come straight down. Select the click off. Grab our trim away tool, which is this one, or T on the keyboard. Then we're going to go get rid of these. Let's get our create round a corner tool, which is this. I'm going to round that. And then this is good here. Let's zoom in. Let's get our straight line tool. Let's come straight down. And then get our trim away. Let's go ahead and trim away this. I didn't actually want this to be this rounded, so we'll go ahead and pan over. Grab trim away. Let's trim this. Let's go get the trim away. Get that. Okay, I just wanted that like that. And let's get rid of this. Let's put in another corner there. Let's get 3-point arch. Endpoint, endpoint. Let's go something like that. Let's get our rounded corners, create rounded corners. Let's undo that. Let's put a fillet in here. Let's undo that. I think I'm on the wrong tool there, or I need to zoom in more. Okay, let's zoom in. Let's get that create rounded corner. Let's go from there. No, it's not letting me round that. Not happy with this curve here. Let's go ahead and do something here. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of these two. Select. Let's click on this. Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. And then get rid of this line here. Okay, now let's get this 3 tangent arc, and then we're just going to go from this point. We'll go to there like this. Then we'll get the trim away, trim this and that. I wanted this to be more straight here. And then we'll put a little fillet in right here. Maybe just as 0.5. We'll do about a 0.2. Okay. Let's control minus. Okay, this is going to be our base shape. Let's go control plus, and then we'll pan down a little bit. We're going to put the speaker in there. And the speaker is going to come from here. It's just going to kind of come up like this. And then we're going to round that as well. So we'll go ahead and get the, let me see what tool I want to do this with. Go ahead and go do the tool. So this kind of comes down like this. Like this. Okay, now you're going to go create rounded corner. Let's put a rounded corner in there. Let's go ahead and get our line here. Let's turn on the snaps. Check that box. Select the click off, get the trim away. Actually, that line's not straight. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get rid of that line. Then we're going to put a new one in there. Go from the endpoint. Just draw, overdraw, or draw through, and then we're going to trim. Okay, so now now you have the speaker up here. Now I want to round this corner right there. I don't want that to be that sharp. Turn off snaps. Alright, something like that. And then I don't want that to be pointed either, so let's go ahead and get our create rounded corner. Go from there. There. Zoom in. Create rounded corner. Let's go from here. Alright, having some problems with these curves this morning. Let's get rid of this one. Alright, well now let's get our tangent arc, that point. Let's just go over to here, like that. Okay, now the arc is tangent. Now let's go ahead and delete that little stick there. Okay, now that's nice and smooth. Okay, now we're going to control minus, and then we're going to pull. We're going to pull both of these. Go to no merge, make sure that's clicked on, and then let's go around this point here. Full pull. Alright, not really sure that mattered. Okay, so this is our speaker up here, and this is the base. Okay, so now what we're going to do is going to come over here, go to the back to the top view. Now we're going to start adding our little details. So we'll go grab the line tool. Then we're going to come up here. Let's control minus. Let's put a plane out here and draw on that, because ultimately we're going to have to wind up moving this stuff. Okay, so we're going to get a plane like this. Rotate, make sure that's good. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and pull that plane out. Let's go to the 3D mode. Let's get rid of that one. We don't need that one. Let's click on this one. We're going to go to move. Then we're going to grab, can't see the blue, it's hidden. So let's move this. Okay, now let's go click on that. Go to move. Let's grab the blue, and then pull that out right to there. Now we're going to go back to plan view. Okay, now we're going to draw this spot for an inset. So we're going to go ahead and go line tool, turn on snaps, go from here. Now make sure you don't come down past this little point here, because if you do, it'll project stuff where you don't want it to be. So we're going to go to there. Then we're going to go right mouse click, set as mirror. And I'm just taking a kind of a reference from one that I have here. So we're going to go ahead and drag this piece out to about there, and then we're going to drag down, and this is where our buttons are going to go. And then we're going to drag over, make sure that that's a closed shape. Now we're going to come and get our create rounded corners. We're going to create a fillet there, and then we're going to, let's leave that like it is. We'll just, I'm going to delete that. We're going to put a tangent arc in there, so we'll go ahead and grab that. And then what we need to do is turn off the mirror, because we'll get two of them. We're going to get the tangent arc. We're going to go from this spot here over to here. Oops. Okay. So now we have this shape here, which we're going to use for our inset. All right, so we'll go ahead and spin this. Click on spin. Get that a little bit of a spin. Now we're going to go to pull. Let's get rid of these lines. You always want to have, you don't want to have lines because they can, they'll divide your geometry into two pieces when maybe you only want one. There's a little piece there, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay, so we'll click here. Make sure that this is straight. It is. So we'll go ahead and go to project. We want to project that onto there. And we'll click the green check. Now I'm going to get rid of this. Don't need that. Okay, now we have this piece here. So this is going to be our little inset. So we're going to go ahead and click on this. And we're going to drag it in 0.25, and then we're going to select the click off. So this is where we're going to put our buttons. It's going to be right here. Let's get rid of that line. Okay, we'll go ahead and select that line, hit delete. Now we're going to go back to the top view. Okay, so now we just have to project our lines onto there as well. So we'll go ahead and do the same thing. Probably should have left that plane because now we got to create another one. So we'll go to plane. And we're going to click on that little button right there. Okay, let's go Control minus. Let's go ahead and spin this. And then we're going to go click on the plane. Then we're going to move it. Grab that dark blue. Move it out to here. Hit the plan view. Now we're going to start drawing our buttons. Okay, so we're going to put Control plus. Go ahead and pan up. We're going to go ahead and put some buttons on here. So we're going to be drawing on this spot right here. Okay, so you're going to have one in the middle. So let's go ahead and turn off the snap. I want one button to be about 1.2. Okay. Now we're going to get the circle again, create another button. Let's turn on snaps. 1.2. Now we're going to go ahead and grab this tangent line, go from that point to that point. Then we're going to go from that point to that point. Okay. Now we want to go ahead and trim. We're going to get rid of this, get rid of that. Okay, that's one button. Now I'm going to copy that and move it down. Oops, undo. Make sure you're not on trim away when you are going to select something. So we'll go ahead and drag a marquee around that. Do a Control C, Control V. And we're going to move this down right to there, and then do a paste to put back the other one. And then this is going to be our second button. And then some of the other buttons are going to be smaller. So we'll go ahead and create those. We'll create them right here. 1.2, 1.2. So these are going to be the smaller buttons. Now we'll go ahead and put a top on these and the bottom. We'll get our trim away. Let's cut these middle sections. Okay, that's going to be the button on the left. Now we're going to copy that. We're going to move it to the right. Oops, did it again. Make sure you're always off of that trim away. Select everything, Control C, Control V. Let's grab the move. We're going to move that over. Undo. Go to the move. Grab that green arrow. We're going to move it over to here. I think it was here, or was it here? And then Control Paste. All right, it was over to the next one. Let's go ahead and readjust that. Select, let's move that right to there. Gonna have to probably adjust all of these because they look a little off. Okay, that's those lines there, those lines there. Supposed to be right here. Okay, let's just select this and then we'll just drag it over. Okay, that's close enough for demonstration purposes. All right, so now we're going to put a round button here. And then we're going to put another round button over here. All right, so these are going to be our buttons. So we got our inset and we have our buttons. So now let's Control minus. We're going to go ahead and spin this. Now we're going to select everything, all those buttons, and then we're going to hit project. And then let's go ahead and spin. Actually, we want to come over here to pull. Let's select all these. Let's hit project. Okay, let's hit that check. I'm going to turn off the plane just in case we need to use it again. And then we don't need these. We can get rid of those. We only need the projected ones. Okay, get rid of this one. And then I think I got to spin this to figure out which one is the projected one. It looks like this one is the one we can get rid of. Okay, delete. Okay, so now you have all these little buttons. Now you're going to go ahead and pull this. So go to pull. You're going to give that some thickness, probably 0.19. Not very much, just enough to indicate that it's a button. Okay, so this is going to be your little noise machine. We're going to put some pegs on there. Feet for the pegs. This is going to be your speaker. And then later on we can come back, we can add the symbols here onto these. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the top view. All right, I'm going to add some, we're going to add some details to these. So let's go ahead and multiple click there. I'm going to add a small fillet to these. 0.12. Click all that. Type in 0.12. And then do this one here. 0.12. That one on the bottom. 0.12. Do that top, this one here. 0.12. And then 0.12. Okay, so these are going to be our buttons. They're not completely done yet. We still have to add some details to them. And then I'm going to add a fillet here, the inside of this piece here. 0.1, smaller fillet. Okay, and now I'm going to go on the inside, add one to there, 0.1 as well. Let's go to pull, 0.1, okay. Okay, so now you've got an inset there. You have buttons that you've created. And you have basically this piece here let's go ahead and go to the top view. And one thing I wanted to add was I think this is a spot for your microphone. We could probably copy that button and modify it. Let's see if that will work. Copy paste, Control C, Control V. Let's move that down, move that over. About right there. Now we're going to go ahead and go to Pull, and then we're going to go ahead and make this smaller if we can. Not sure I'll be able to do that. Let's spin this. I think I can work with this. So we're going to add another circle to this to put the spot for your headphone. Let's undo that. Let's just copy this. We're going to do Control C, Control V. Then you're going to go ahead and pull. Don't see this going smaller. All right, we're going to come back and add that later. So let's do a couple of undos. Okay, we'll just get it back to here. Okay, so this is, I like this so far. Now, if you want to add anything to this piece here, you'll have to do the project again because it's curved. So you can't just click on the face and add something. So if we wanted to add that button there, and I do, we'll go to top view, Control minus. You're going to have to hit the plane, hit that little blue circle, and then you'll have to spin this. Go ahead and move the blue circle by clicking on it. Grab that blue, drag it out to here, then go to the plan view. Go ahead and draw your circle that you want to project, and I want to project probably one right here. Let's turn off the snap. I just want it to be a small circle to put your headphone jack in there. Alright, you're going to do this. Now you're going to move this. Grab the green. Move it over a little bit. Alright, now let's go draw the circle to put the headphone jack in. You might have to zoom in on this because it's go like 0.6. Okay, so now you have two shapes there. Go Control minus, go ahead and spin this. Let's go to project. Let's select these two. Okay, go ahead and hit that check mark. Let's go ahead and get rid of that plane. Don't need it. Let's Control plus, let's pan over. Come on. Alright, now let's get rid of these. Okay, so now what you want to do is go ahead and pull this. Pull that piece in for your headphone jack, and then pull this one out just a little bit. Okay, so you have a headphone jack there, plug in. You have your buttons. Later we'll add some detail to. Now we're going to spin this around and put our feet on here, little pegs. Go to plan view. Let's Control minus. Okay, we're going to add a circle. Turn on the snaps. Go ahead and add these. That's too big. We don't want it that big. Let's go 2 millimeter. Let's go ahead and click on that circle. Go to move. Go to create pattern. Let's drag this move part down in the middle. Oh, actually, got to go to 3D mode. Let's click on that. Create pattern. Let's move this. Thing is being temperamental today. Alright, let's go ahead and move this around. One, two, three, maybe just do 4. Yeah, let's just do 4. Actually, yeah, 4 will be fine. Okay, now you're going to spin this. Go ahead and pull these. Let's pull those down 0.65, and then we're going to do a fillet on these. So they're round 0.21. Okay, so, and then I'm going to do a little fillet here so these things don't break. 0.21. Let's go 0.21. Put one there, 0.21. And then one there, 0.21. Okay, so this is going to be our noise machine, simulated noise machine. We got our buttons there. Later we'll add some logos to them. Okay, so for right now we're going to go ahead and save this. Okay, and then we're going to save the STL file. So we'll do a save as, and then we'll do it on the save it on the desktop. Select STL. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and minimize this. We're going to drag this over to Rhino 7. This is part of the last part of the tutorial is adding some textures to these. Okay, so we're going to go run this. We're going to go ahead and double click on this perspective. We'll go ahead and rotate this. All right, so this, we want to click on this and we want to hit explode, which is this right here. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add a wood texture to this. So we're going to come over here to the materials. We're going to click that plus button, and then we're going to click the first one, which is import from material library. We're going to come down, scroll down to the very bottom, and then we're going to select wood, and then we're going to select a light textured wood, and then we're going to right mouse click and then assign to objects. Now we're going to come over to view. We're going to come all the way down to ray trace, and then we're going to show this is our machine. Okay, now what I want to do is put a color in for the speaker. This is actually not a bad color, but I'm going to make ours black. So we're going to go ahead and get another material. I think it might be organic. So let's try leather. Let's see what leather looks like. Maybe we'll do dark brown leather. Let's see if that looks good. If it doesn't, well, we can change it. Yeah, it looks a little weird. Let's undo that. We'll go back to here. Let's try something else. Go to material, default, organic, paint, patterns, textile. Let's go to textile. Black and white doormat, blue felt. Do we have a black felt? Scroll down. Brown, brown, dark brown, denim, gray lined fabric. Let's try the gray lined fabric. And we'll select there. Go ahead and right mouse click, assign. Yeah, it's not terrible, but I'd rather it be something else that still looks kind of funky. Let's try another textures. Let's try textures. Wallpapers. No, they don't have any. Let's go back. Let's go to textile again. Let's just, I don't want to do the, well, you know what? Let's just do blue felt and then I'll change the color. So we'll go click here, right mouse click, assign. Yeah, that's good. And then we'll just make it a, I don't want it to be, Didn't want it to be blue, but let's just make it a dark gray. Oh, that's the background. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's go ahead and select there. Let's go to let's change the color there. I didn't want it to be. Guess I can't change the color on it. This is already a texture. Color mask, black, color picker. Yeah, we got black on there, but it's still showing up as a light gray. Let's go to all right, I'm just gonna make it something else. Let's go ahead and hit the import from library. Let's try pattern. Let's go to weave. Let's try the woven. Right mouse click, assign. Oh, that's kind of funky. We're going to leave it for now because this tutorial is getting long. So anyhow, we want to go ahead and select, hold down shift key. We're going to select under all these buttons. And then we're going to make these black. So we're just going to go ahead and click there. And then we're going to come down to plastic. And then we're going to change the color to a darker color. Actually, you know what? I could probably make this a brown. Let's go to a darker brown color. Let's try that. It's kind of a, actually, that's not dark enough. Let's go to this one. Okay, we're going to go here. So go ahead and click OK, and then go right mouse click and assign. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. So this is going to be, this is our little machine here. And now I want to click, let's click on this little earphone piece and then assign it brown as well. Might have to zoom in on that. I'm not crazy about that. We're just going to change that. We're going to go to the, we're just going to go see picture, plastic, paint. Let's just go to paint. And then we're going to give this a dark color. Okay. Right mouse click, assign. All right, that's good enough right there. So let's go zoom. So we're going to type in zoom, hit enter. We're going to do a dynamic zoom. Then we're going to zoom in on this little button there because I need to change that. So we're going to go, oops. Having a hard time selecting that. Let's go to the select tool. Yeah, I can't select that. So we're going to go ahead and leave that. So later, and then we have to zoom back. So we'll zoom. Let's zoom all. Dynamic. Zoom, dynamic. Let's go back out. Okay, so this is going to be our noise machine. It's got the little feet pegs on there. Probably change that too. Let's change that color there. Scroll back up to that light brown. Right mouse click, assign. Okay, So this don't look too bad. This is our little noise machine. Got a gray felt speaker, wood texture. It's got some rubber buttons. And then the only thing to make this more authentic would be to actually create the logos for these buttons in CorelDRAW, export them out as an SVG file, and then bring them into FreeCAD, and then export those out as a step file, and then bring those into Design Spark Mechanical, and then project them onto here. And then add some color, maybe like a black color. So this doesn't look too bad, so I'm going to go ahead and end the tutorial there. Then I'll save this out as my picture. Okay, that's going to end today's tutorial on how to create a noise machine in Design Spark Mechanical. Alright, thank you for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial. Thanks again for watching.